Hey guys, at Z Sports Nation, and we're here with an official bracket prediction, Zach.
Oh, I'm so excited. We finally have a bracket. Selection Sunday was freaking awesome. I'm so excited.
Good. Zach and I just calmed down.
Yeah.
That was something, man. We got some snubs. It's everything you want. All the drama, everything was there.
It was. What a day it's been. We are thrilled that we have a bracket finally. We've been doing bracketologies for a while. We're
real. This is the real deal, guys. Before we get going, I want to ask you guys to like, comment, subscribe. Come get with us, guys. We're here. We've been riding with you. We're gonna keep putting out videos for you guys throughout the tournament. I think we're thinking right now we're gonna have a breakdown every day of the games ahead on that day and a recap every day of the games that happened. So we're gonna have stuff there coming out on the regular, because just because bracketologies are over doesn't mean Z Sports Nation stops moving.
That's right.
Also, guys, we're gonna do our bracket here on the ESPN app and the ESPN tournament challenge, but we have a group created for our channel on that app right now. So I'll pull up the app right now and I'll pull up the page, but the group is Z Sports Nation. That's the group name. We'll leave that in the comment or in the description of our video, but you guys can join. It's a public league with no password. Just join in.
Yes. Yeah. We want as many of you guys to join as possible, and we can, and we'll see who wins it.
We're gonna see, guys, and we're gonna have some fun with it. We'll do updates throughout the tournament of how everything's looking, but we're excited.
We're excited. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Let's get going. Let's go.
Let's go. This is gonna be fun. First bracket of 2022.
Yeah, exactly. But first matchup: Gonzaga, Georgia State. This is the number 1 overall seed, Gonzaga.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go Gonzaga.
We were expecting Gonzaga to be that spot right there.
Yes, Gonzaga, phenomenal season.
Boise State, Memphis. Boise State kind of got a shaft here, Zach.
They did. Boise State is they're in a tough region. Anytime you're in Gonzaga's region, it's not going to be easy. But Boise State, they've never won a tournament game.
Yeah, I think this is the year.
I think this is the year that Boise State can get a tournament win, and good for Boise State.
Coming off a win in the Mountain West tournament and a Mountain West regular season win, that's good for the Broncos.
It is.
So let's keep them moving. UConn versus New Mexico State. This is a 12-5, and we know the 12-5 history. We also were watching the TV a little bit, Zach, and they were talking about this matchup.
They were the people on the bracketology people. They're already saying how they like this 12-5 for New Mexico State to maybe be able to pull it off. I don't know though. I know Adam Sanogo, Adama Sanogo, the big for UConn. He's their center. I don't know if there's going to be a guy from New Mexico State that can match him on the inside. And I think he's the difference. And I think UConn can get by this tricky 5-12 matchup.
I think so too. I think they survive here. I like what I see out of UConn. I think they're my team that I like most out of the Big East. I think they should have beat Villanova.
They were right in it until the very end.
So let's pick UConn here and go with them. Arkansas and Vermont, Zach. And again, we're high on the Hogs, but this one's a tough one.
It's a really tough one because Vermont had went 17-1 in conference, and is a team that can really shoot the ball from outside, and is a team that could cause damage. But we have enough belief in the Hogs, and we have the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
These last 2 months, we've been riding with the Hogs. I think JD Note, Jalen Williams, and crew can do enough to get by Vermont.
I think if we're talking, we filmed this video on Friday. We have a whole lot more faith in Arkansas. I mean, it's not even a question in our minds how strongly we feel about Arkansas. But after that game on Saturday, there's a little bit of some people kind of doubted a little bit, but we can't let that get in the way. We got to stick with. We can't let recent performances get in the way of how we feel about this team.
No, because this is an Arkansas team. You're right, because over these past 2 months, they're playing phenomenal. Texas A&M was a hot team, and Arkansas is a team to believe in.
Yeah, Alabama versus Rutgers, Rutgers, Indiana. We think Rutgers wins that game.
Rutgers, Notre Dame, and which would be a good one though.
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana's the other one though.
Yeah,
close. Same state though. Rutgers, Notre Dame. I think Rutgers gets by easy.
Yeah.
Rutgers. We've seen Rutgers beat good teams. They went on that streak of 4 top 25 wins in a row. I like Rutgers to get by Bama.
I do too. I don't know what Bama we're getting. We say it all the time. What Bama are we going to get? And I'm being honest with you, Zach. I could see Bama making a run to the Elite Eight out of this.
You can see Bama or you can see Rutgers?
I could see Bama doing it if they got hot.
Oh, okay.
If they got hot, I could, but I don't think they're going to. But that's how high Bama can be.
Yes.
That is how high. And honestly, I think they can be better than Duke when they're hot. I think they can be better than Tech even when they're hot, but I don't think they're going to get that hot.
No, Bama, you're right. Bama at times, Bama lives and dies by the three.
Yeah.
And when you live and die by the three, you can make Final Four runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Bama being able to do it in this matchup.
No, I think Rutgers.
I think Rutgers is a tough out.
Now we got Texas Tech taking on Montana State, and I like Tech.
I think Tech gets by with not much issues.
Not that. We got Michigan State taking on Davidson here, Zach, and a revenge game here.
Yes, Foster Lawyer. If you guys remember, he's the backup point guard for Michigan State for 3 straight seasons. He transfers to Davidson, and he has been a star, putting up 16 points a game. I think it's a Foster Lawyer revenge game.
Yeah.
And I think Davidson, who's put together a tremendous season, lost to Richmond in the A-10 championship game, but I think Davidson is a tremendous team. And I think they can get by Michigan State.
Michigan State has gained some respect from us, though.
They have. They played a lot better of late. A lot better.
But we'll send Davidson here.
I think Davidson's a good group.
Duke taking on Cal State Fullerton. Now, if we play this game on the diamond, I like Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Cal State Fullerton, honestly. Found a way to win the Big West.
But on the hardwood, I like Duke.
I like Duke.
Duke and Davidson here.
A North Carolina matchup.
I could see Davidson winning it.
I could. Davidson has that type of potential.
I think Duke wins it.
But I'm kind of leaning Duke myself. Duke's ability to win on the neutral and road floor has been very good throughout this season.
Texas Tech taking on Rutgers in this game. Tech.
I think Tech has too many athletes for me. Tech is long on the perimeter. I just think Tech poses a little bit of a matchup issue for some of Rutgers.
UConn taking on Arkansas here.
That's a good matchup, Will.
That's a really good matchup.
It's a tough one. I'm leaning Hogs, though. I think they've done more throughout this year to make me feel confident in them.
Yeah.
You know, they beat the teams like Kentucky.
They've shown they can do it.
They've shown they can beat top tier talent, and they're well coached by Eric Musselman. I think the Hogs are legit this year.
Yeah, UConn has 2 losses to Villanova. They got 1 win against Villanova. I think those are the big statement games that stand out to me for UConn.
Yeah, UConn. The only big thing that comes to my mind, they showed they can beat Auburn, but that was early in the year.
Yeah,
really early in the year. So I like the Hogs.
Gonzaga taking on Boise State here. We mentioned how Boise State kind of got shafted a little bit. They're in that death spot, and here they are on their deathbed taking on Gonzaga. I like the Bulldogs here, Zach.
I do too. We talked about how this is kind of a funeral for Boise State, and it sucks because they just won their first Mountain West championship, and then maybe their first tournament game. But Gonzaga's too tough.
Gonzaga taking on Arkansas. I think it's a really good game, Zach.
It's a really good game.
What do we like?
This is tough because you have a Gonzaga team with 2 phenomenal big men, and Drew Timme and Chet Holmgren. Oh, we had a shirt.
BYU. It's all right. The team that didn't even make the tournament.
Yeah. I lean Arkansas here, though. I really do. Gonzaga has been phenomenal this year, and they're the number 1 overall seed for a reason. But we know how March is, and I like Arkansas here. I think if you get JD Notte hot, you get them hitting threes from the perimeter. I like Arkansas. Do you lean Gonzaga? How do you feel in this one?
I like Gonzaga. I do. I just something about this team feels right a little bit. They got guard play. They can shoot the ball well. They got bigs. I think they match up with any team.
Oh, they do. They do.
And so I don't think there's a matchup issue on their part against any team really. And now you get down to how is Gonzaga going to play? They got to flip a switch, right?
Yeah.
Every year you just write the West Coast Conference to Gonzaga. Sign it. They're going to the tournament. And every year they have to flip a switch to try and go somewhere. Some years they do it better than others, but they've never been able to fully flip that switch all the way and make it to the final to win a championship.
And you think this is their
I don't know
to get far?
I don't know. And that's the thing. I think it might be. History would say no. The fact that Gonzaga made a run last year makes me a little more hesitant again, just for the fact of it's tough to do it back-to-back years.
Yep. It's tough. It's tough.
Arkansas.
You gonna go Hogs?
I can go Hogs.
All right,
I can go Hogs.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one. It's really, I sat there and thought about it. We talked about this before the video debating it. We talk about it now, and it's still tough.
It's really tough because we know how good Gonzaga is.
Tech taking on Duke here, and I like Tech.
I think I like Tech too. I think defensively Tech is going to cause Duke's pretty inexperienced compared to an older Tech team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tech causes too much issues.
I think a lot of people have some issues with Duke. Even Dukies have some issues with Duke right now, Zach.
Yes.
And our producer Cole, the guy who talked a lot or talked to us during our live reactions video, he's been helping us out. He's not here right now, otherwise we'd get him to chime in right now. But he even said he's losing some faith in Duke because of just they're losing their fans right now. Now, the guy still found a way to have Duke win his national championship.
Yeah, and a lot of Dukies will. But Duke, I think overall, I just don't know if they have enough this year.
No, they don't.
I think they're really young too. You got, when you're led by freshmen, we know March Madness is won by experience and great guard play.
Mm-hmm.
Does Duke have that?
Not necessarily.
I'm not sure that they have it this year.
So let's send Tech.
Let's send Tech. Let's do it.
Now let's go Tech in Arkansas here, Zach. And
I'm leaning.
I don't know.
I'm leaning Tech here.
Yeah.
I think they're good enough to get to a Final Four this year.
I'll say this. Watching Bryson Williams yesterday, he was good.
He was really good. But if you're leaning Arkansas, I'm sure you could talk me into Arkansas too, though.
I like Tech. I think.
You like Tech?
I think I like Tech. They struggled for a little bit down the stretch in the Big 12 season, but I think they found it in the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah.
And they're back to what we thought they were going to be, back to what they were for a lot of the year. And this Tech team, they can defend, hit some threes. They're long.
They're long. That's the thing. And if they can, like you said, if they can find a way to get a little hot from three mixed with how they defend,
yeah,
this is a dangerous Tech team.
So let's send Tech.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Now we got Baylor taking on Norfolk State. Bears here.
Bears, yeah.
North Carolina and Marquette. I like the Heels, Zach.
I like the Heels too. They're playing great basketball right now. I like the Heels.
St. Mary's taking on the winner of Wyoming and Indiana. Here's Indiana.
Yeah, here's Indiana.
Who do we think? Wyoming beats Indiana?
I think Wyoming can dog out a game against Indiana.
Yeah. Okay, so we got St. Mary's and Wyoming.
I think St. Mary's will slow it down enough. They're going to put the game in their pace because we know how St. Mary's likes to play.
Yeah.
Slow. They're going to slow it down. And I think I'll go St. Mary's.
UCLA and Akron here. Zach, we've been a lot chalk right now. We've had quite a few. We had some upsets late in the bracket in that top. We've been some chalk. I think we see our first big one.
I think we do too.
I think we see our first big one here.
I think this
is
the Zips.
Let's go zip it up. Let's go.
LeBron James town right here.
Tell them why though, Zach.
I think the thing is with UCLA, we know how they made that run to the Final Four last year. And they're a good team, but UCLA sometimes they can struggle. They really can. And especially if they're not hitting from three, I don't know how much I'm going to believe in them. And Akron's a team. Akron actually has a win over Ohio State this year. No, they lost by 1 to Ohio State. But Akron's a team. They're playing good. And we know teams that win the MAC can do damage in March Madness. We saw 13-4 with Ohio, a team out of the MAC, beating Virginia. And I think we can see the same with Akron beating UCLA.
Let me tell you why I think Akron. They don't get blown out. They're in every game, right?
That's true. They are.
They are in every game. And my take on UCLA, which I always say is they try and lose games, right? How's that going to help you when you're in? They're not going to blow out Akron.
No, I don't think so either.
So now you're going to start saying, like, UCLA can make some mistakes here. And when they try and lose games, I think Akron's been there. They've been in those tight games. They're not going to buckle up. And I think they get it.
I think so too. It's zip time. It's Akron.
Let's go Zips. Now we got Texas taking on Virginia Tech. And this is one that Zach and I debated a little bit too. We came to a decision though.
We did. And it was Texas.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech's hot right now. They just won the ACC, but we know not just because you win the conference tournament doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do anything. You're not going to go far. It doesn't mean it at all. And Texas is a team that can defend. I think they can match up well against Virginia Tech. I don't see I just think Texas can. I don't know. I just think they're going to be able to shut down Virginia Tech from being able to score the ball. They're not going to get into the 70s and 80s like they did in the ACC tournament.
I don't think Couture is shooting 6 for 6 and 3 in his first 6.
I
I just don't. I'm sorry. And I think that's what helped Tech a lot in that game against Duke.
Yep. Couture was out of his mind.
So yeah, I'm all right picking Texas.
Let's do Texas. That was a tricky one for us. We went
was...
back and forth like, oh my goodness.
Purdue and Yale here. And I like Purdue in this one, Zach.
Too many athletes.
Yeah.
I'm going Purdue.
Murray State taking on San Francisco.
I like the guards of San Francisco. Some people haven't got to see him, but Bouye and Khalil Shabazz they average, I think, 37 points a game together. Yeah. I think it's one of the best backcourts in this tournament. And I think they can get by Murray State.
I can feel that. I just think Zach and I talked a little bit. We've watched a couple Murray State games recently. They're not winning games like they were at other times this year. They're winning games, but they're winning close games.
Yep. And
I think it catches them.
I think it does at some point. I think especially in a tournament game where it can be tough to find buckets in clutch situations, and the game's a half-court game, and I just think it's going to be tough for Murray State.
Yeah, San Francisco wins right there. We got Kentucky taking on St. Peter's. Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Kentucky taking on San Francisco. Kentucky.
I think Kentucky's Sheboy is just going to take over that game. I think Kentucky.
Purdue and Texas. I like Purdue.
You go Purdue? I can go Purdue here. Yeah, let's go Purdue.
Texas hasn't, as much as we just picked Texas there. I haven't loved Texas recently.
No, Texas struggles to score.
Yeah.
And Purdue can really score. So I like Purdue as well.
St. Mary's in Akron here. And the Gales?
I like the Gales. I think the Gales they play their game and they don't let people change their game. And I see them getting by.
Baylor taking on North Carolina. And this is a game that if you watch our reaction video, Zach and I went nuts at this game.
Yes, we did.
Automatically, I said North Carolina's win this game. Automatically.
And we agreed because we looked at it as soon as we saw us, we're like, North Carolina can beat Baylor because Baylor's weakness.
I'll be honest, you haven't seen the conversations I've been having with people. I've said it to Zach and I've said it to other fans and other people I've talked college basketball with. I've said, if North Carolina is an 8, they hope, pray, beg for Baylor to be their 1 because Armando Bacot runs wild.
Yes. Who's going to guard? You're going to have you're going to need an amazing game from Flo Thamba, I think, for Baylor to win. But I think Bacot's going to be too much.
Yeah. And you add in Brady Manick. If Brady shoots outside more, but if Brady decides he wants to go to the paint,
they can take over.
Yeah.
I like UNC in this matchup, and I really do. I think we go
UNC, Tar Heels. There's our first number 1 falling, and it's the Baylor Bears. And I don't get my head shaved. I do not get my head shaved with the BU logo carved into my head. We got North Carolina taking on St. Mary's here, Zach. And we just picked North Carolina, right? But now we got a weekend. This is the second week now.
Is this St. Mary's year?
I could see it. They've hung with Gonzaga.
They impressed me, like them proving. Obviously, they beat Gonzaga a couple weeks ago, and then proving, and then barely losing in the West Coast championship game
to do it again because you knew that Gonzaga team was coming out hungry and they were ready for it.
And they're ready, and they proved they can. And you can hang with Gonzaga, you can beat North Carolina.
Yeah, St. Mary's.
I think St. Mary's. Let's do it.
St. Mary's.
I would love to see it. It's fun to see mid majors go far.
Purdue and Kentucky.
Oh boy. Oh no, not this. A tough matchup.
I think Sheboy is stronger than Zach Edey in the paint.
It's tough because they're both so good on the interior.
Yeah. Edey's taller, probably, right?
Yeah, Edey's 7'4". I think
it's 2 different centers. It's 2 different styles of center, but that are both dominant inside.
Yeah. I think I could probably go Kentucky with you here.
Yeah.
I can go Kentucky with you. This one's tough for me. I'm so split because I do have probably too much faith in Purdue a lot of times.
Yeah. They don't. I think they're more, I think Kentucky's more complete, both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Where Purdue is really one-sided offensively. And because of that, I do like balance. I think balance is important. Let's go Kentucky.
I think Kentucky, they said it on the show yesterday, not on the show, on TV yesterday. They're saying Kentucky, if they're going to make a run, they're going to need Kellen Grady to start hitting some shots.
Yes, Kellen he can really shoot, but he has struggled lately.
So I think that's a good point. I think it's a key. Is Kellen Grady's got to hit shots.
Yeah.
So now we go right here. We got St. Mary's and we got Kentucky. What do we? Kentucky, I
I
think.
like Kentucky.
I just don't think St. Mary's can get this one.
No, I don't either. I think Kentucky's just too many athletes, really, at the end of the day.
So we click on Kentucky here, and that sets up our first Final Four game, and it's going to be Tech versus Kentucky. We'll come back to it,
Wow.
but there's a teaser right there. That's a good game.
That's a good
It's
game.
a good game, Zach.
Holy cow.
We got it now. We got Kansas taking on the winner of Texas Southern and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We got a roommate from Corpus Christi, Texas.
We do.
Um,
He'll be rooting for him.
he'll be happy.
He'll be really happy.
But I think the Jayhawks knock him off here.
Yeah, he'll be unhappy very fast.
I'll give Corpus Christi a win in the playing game. I don't know if they're actually going. I don't know.
I don't either. It'd be fun to see it though
But I like Kansas.
Let's do Kansas.
Now San Diego State and Creighton, Zach. And now we watched that San Diego State game Friday night. We've both you've watched San Diego State more than I have, but we've both seen a decent amount of San Diego State. Creighton, admittedly, we haven't quite seen it as much. But we've seen a decent amount of Creighton.
Seen several games, probably 5
Yeah.
or 6, I would say.
Creighton, we've been picking against Creighton, and they've been proving us wrong.
Yes, we loved Creighton before the Nembhard jersey injury, and then we're like, are they going to be able to sustain it?
Yeah,
And they have.
They have.
So
we think the bigs inside. We talked about.
I think we like Creighton's bigs, and O'Connell can shoot it from the outside, and we know how much San Diego State struggles to score. Yeah. And so I like Creighton to win.
I like Creighton here. Trey's gonna be upset about that. He's gonna see this and not be happy.
Yeah.
But I like Creighton.
I like Creighton.
Iowa taking on Richmond here. Hawkeyes, right?
I like Hawkeyes. Richmond did great to win their conference tournament, but
Yeah.
I think Hawkeyes are too much.
No, I think so too. Their speed right there, man.
Yes, they get up and down. They really push the pace.
Mm-hmm. You know who else pushes the pace? San Diego or South Dakota State Jackrabbits.
They do.
And they're taking on the Providence Friars in this game. And Zach, we have 113-4 upset. I think we have another one.
I do too. South Dakota State, they're a team that can hit threes at the highest level, and they get out and run. We like you're saying. They love to. Providence team that's been struggling mightily. They just got blown out to Creighton. Blown out. And I just think this is a fairly easy game for me to pick.
Yeah, I don't have much question in it, which is alarming, kind of. It makes me hesitant almost a little bit because I'm too confident in it, and I'm like, am I missing something? I honestly thought South Dakota State was be a 12. I didn't think they were getting a 13.
I didn't either. I thought they were gonna be a 12. So I'm excited for this matchup.
That is a little surprising though. The Richmond jumped them is the 12 and South Dakota State's the 13 there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think that's just a little surprising, but is what it is. Let's go down though. We got LSU taking on Iowa State, and the Tigers have been playing better ball, and they're starting to get going with a little bit of offense, maybe.
Yeah. Xavier Pinson coming back has been huge. Xavier Pinson's a guy that really makes LSU their whole offense run. He's been averaging, I think, 6 assists in his last 5 games now. And they just lost their head coach, but I think they have enough to persevere through that and get the job done in this 6-11 matchup.
Yeah, I think so too.
This game might be a race to 50 with how these defenses are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how sad it is.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got something else to do, if you got something else to watch, maybe turn this game on in the background because it's gonna be a good game.
It'd be close.
But you need something else to keep your attention a little bit, just to keep you awake, probably a little bit.
It'll be a slow defensive affair.
But LSU prevails.
Yes.
Now we got Wisconsin taking on Colgate here, and we were tempted in this one to pick the 14.
We were, because Colgate, they're kind of the Patriot League standard now.
Yeah.
They're a good team out of the Patriot, but they're playing this game in Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't see this on the bracket. You have to look into it to figure it out. But this game's in Milwaukee. It's going to be at the Pfizer Forum.
It's going to be a rowdy Wisconsin crowd. I just don't see how Colgate's going to be able to overcome facing Johnny Davis, Brad Davison, and the crowd.
Yeah.
I think it's too much. I think Wisconsin.
I'm sure Big Cat will be there.
Yeah, Big Cat will be.
So let's pick Wisconsin. I think that's the difference. If you play this game somewhere else, you play this game somewhere probably on the West Coast, East Coast, South, I'm tempted to pick Colgate. But just because of where it is, especially in Wisconsin.
I'm with you.
SC taking on Miami here, Zach. And we liked the Hurricanes in the last video we were talking about. and we almost looked like geniuses Friday night as the Hurricanes almost beat Duke.
And
I still like the Hurricanes.
I love the Hurricanes. Like, people might think I'm crazy. For some reason I really think this team is made up of guys who can really play. I don't see them having too much of an issue against USC.
No.
I think they're better at almost every position. So let's go Miami.
Let's go Miami. Auburn taking on Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's a team that we consider to be lucky to get it in the tournament.
Yeah. They lost in semis and they're getting in. I think Auburn rolls.
Auburn. Now, Auburn and Miami. Now, Auburn is a team that is, if they win, Zach has to shave his head and get the Auburn logo carved into the side of it in his hair. Do you see Auburn making it past here?
I don't. I think Miami proved against Duke, a team similar in skill level to Auburn, what they're capable of. I like this Miami team. I think they have 4 guys who can really score it, and Auburn's guards are too inconsistent. They jacking up 30-footers. Katie Johnson just went 0 for 14 the other day in the game, lost at Texas A&M. I like Miami to get by.
I can get behind that.
Like, Auburn's not easy to trust.
No. LSU now, Wisconsin, and
I like Wisconsin.
you like Wisconsin, but I'll say defensively, they have the ability to shut down Johnny.
They do.
They have the ability on that LSU team.
Do you want to roll the dice and switch it up, or
I could. I legitimately could.
I
Zach,
could too.
as I say that, I think as I say that kind of changed your mind a little bit.
Well, it makes me think because Wisconsin is so reliant on one player.
Yeah.
We've seen in years past, like, you can have a Kemba Walker type run.
Oh, do we think
or you
Johnny's the guy that puts the Kenda? We're gonna have someone. We're gonna have one guy be the guy that stands out in this tournament.
We are.
We think that Johnny's gonna be that guy.
I don't know if I do necessarily because of what I see in this next round against Miami. But maybe we can go. What are you thinking? I can go LSU though too. I can go. You want to go Wisconsin? You want to John?
I think so. Yeah. I was gonna pick Wisconsin. I was outlining a point of why LSU could do it, and I think they do. I think they can. They defend. They can do it. Do I think they will? Not necessarily, but they can do it.
Okay.
So let's pick Wisconsin.
If
they're hesitant with saying it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a really good game. It won't be easy.
No. Iowa taking on South Dakota State here, and Zach. We like the Jackrabbits.
We do.
Iowa likes to get out and run. We said that in the first part. We said that in the other part. That so does South Dakota State.
This could be a race. Like, these teams might put up 90 in this game.
Yeah.
These teams can score it, and they can score it fast. And I like the Cinderella of Jackrabbits.
Yeah.
We need a Cinderella here.
South Dakota State is often in the tournament, but you don't see them do much usually.
No, a lot of times they lose in the first, or sometimes occasionally the second.
But let's send them out of the Summit League, and let's send them with a win.
That would be awesome.
Making it to the second weekend will be the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. And now we got Kansas and Creighton, a regional rivalry.
It is. We saw this game in 2020 and it was hostile.
Yeah.
I think Kansas is too much this year for them. Kansas is playing their best basketball at the right time.
They're playing good.
These last 4 games for them have been phenomenal. And so I like Kansas.
I forget what video it was that I talked about it, but I said Kansas, if they get one of two things, Remy Martin stepping up and being productive off the bench, or David McCormick playing like the David McCormick that we've been calling for years as Kansas fans, Kansas can win a national championship.
They can. And a lot of people are kind of sleeping on Kansas today.
Yeah, they are.
They're capable.
No, people don't. You hear people talk about national contenders. You don't hear Kansas often.
No,
not right away. At least they'll say, "Oh yeah, they're a 1 right now."
Mm-hmm.
And when's the last time you've heard someone say, "Oh yeah, they're a lock on a 1, maybe a 2 at the very least," and they're not mentioned to win the title really ever.
Not often.
So I think there's something with this Kansas team.
There is, and I think they have a favorable matchup here against South Dakota State.
Yeah. So I think they get it again.
I think they win again.
I think
the Cinderella run ends for the Rabbits.
It's the weekend, right? You guys, they're switching. They get time off here. And I think it kind of disrupts the flow of South Dakota State a little bit.
I think it does too.
So now they got Wisconsin and Miami on the lower half here. And you said something, you teased it a little bit in the last, when we were talking about Wisconsin and LSU. What do you see?
Miami is the thing that really makes me believe in this Miami team is they have six seniors that play big minutes, 2 sixth-year seniors, a couple fifth-year seniors. They're super experienced, and they have so many guys that can score. Versus a Wisconsin team that relies on Johnny and Brad Davison to do all their scoring. This Miami team has 4 guys that can actually legitimately put up 20 between Charlie Moore, Jordan Miller, Cameron McGusty, and Wardenberg, their center. And Wong. So maybe 5. That I think this Miami team can pull this off. I don't know how you're feeling about this. For me, I think Miami's my Cinderella to really make it far this year.
We need someone, right? We need a double digit to make it to the Elite Eight.
Because it always happens.
I can do it.
You send them?
You're
with
me?
me?
I can do it.
Let's do it.
I think for the fact that we need a 10. We need a Cinderella.
And 10s can do this. Like 10.
We need a double digit to make the Elite Eight, and I think Miami's gonna be it this year.
Let's do it.
I think they're the best shot at it right now. Legit. Like, do you see of the teams we've gone over so far? Do you see someone else likely to do it?
Nope, I don't.
So for that reason, I like Miami.
Kansas, Miami. You want to pick that one?
Oh, sorry, my bad, Zach.
Oh, you're good.
My bad. Kansas and Miami. We mentioned how good ball Kansas is playing right now, and they figured it out. Kansas does have a history of flaming out kind of around this point.
They do.
But I also like Kansas.
We both like Kansas. He likes Kansas a lot. Kansas is like my second or third favorite team.
So I'm going to lean Kansas, but I want you to pick this game.
I think a 7 seed or lower typically makes the Final Four. And this is an experienced Miami team with guys that have been there and done that. I can see it happening where a 10 seed Miami can pull this off and get to the Final Four.
Miami wins it.
Miami wins it. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, we can do it.
Too much?
No, we can do it.
Okay.
We can send it. So Miami makes Final Four here. I will say I believe that Kansas wins that game.
Yeah.
But I think
that's the thing of March, though.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have. Sometimes you have to roll the dice.
We're
kind of rolling it with Miami, obviously.
We accept that we are. Like we'll admit we're rolling it here.
But we've watched them, and me and Will are like, these guys can really play.
Yeah,
they can really play.
So let's go right here. We got Arizona taking on the winner, Wright State and Bryant. Now, producer Cole, he likes Bryant. He loves Bryant. He loves Peter Kiss.
Peter Kiss. If you guys saw, he flapped his wings in the Wagner in the conference championship game.
I want to look at his bracket and see if he actually picked Bryant to win this game.
That'd be funny.
Because he said he might.
He might. Let's go Arizona.
Arizona here. I think Arizona wins this, but like, oh, man.
It'd be fun.
It'd be fun. Peter Kiss is the leading scorer in the nation.
He is. He might be able to drop 30 on Arizona. Maybe keep it close.
Who knows? Maybe we get a 160. No, probably not, but you never know. Seton Hall taking on TCU here. The Frogs are playing good ball.
They are playing good ball. I like TCU to win this one.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I don't know how they do. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. Frogs.
Something like that. Frogs.
Go Frogs.
Go Frogs. Go Horned Frogs. Houston taking on UAB here and a 12-5 here. We need a 12-5. I like this 12-5.
I do too. Jordan Jelly Walker.
Yeah.
He can score in bunches. I think UAB gets it.
Illinois taking on Chattanooga. And in our reactions video, the mood was down on Illinois here. And the instant emotions were like, oh crap, here we go.
This was the 13 I wanted to see the least. Yeah. Because I said this to Will the other day. I was like, I think Chattanooga can make a Sweet 16.
Yeah.
But I just think as good as Chattanooga is, how are they going to have a guy? They do have Sylvia D'Souza, Kansas transfer. That's their big man. But I think Kofi's too much. Illinois shoots the 3 ball really well.
Silvio is not bad as a center, but he's small. He's skinny.
And we know Kofi's size. So I think Illinois can get by in a very close 4-13 matchup, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We've gone up a little as we thought about it. We're like, okay.
We're like Illinois can get this.
Another game. We had back-to-back heartbreaks here, Zach.
We did.
We're thrilled to see Colorado State get a 6, right? Fired up. And then we see who they play. Michigan.
Tough matchup.
It's a matchup issue.
It is.
But I like Colorado State.
I do too. I think Mountain West has had one of their best years ever. And I think this is the year the Mountain West could do somebody in the Mountain West is going to do damage. Someone's going
to do damage. And this Colorado State team is it. Go people that are new to the Colorado State Rams, haven't necessarily seen what they've been doing this year. Go look at them.
Yes.
See their schedule, see what they've done.
They have 5 quad 1 wins.
Yeah.
25-5 overall. They've beaten good teams like St. Mary's, and they're a good team.
They're a good team. They had a tough game Friday against San Diego State. People are going to see that and maybe be turned off by them a little bit. I think honestly that's the worst I've seen Colorado State play.
It is, and they almost won. So you can believe in Colorado State to an extent. They're a good.
They're a good team.
One of the best mid majors there is.
Tennessee taking on Longwood here, and this is our last 3-14 game, Zach. And unfortunately, I don't think we're getting a 3-14 this year.
Yeah, 3-14 losing. You have matchups forever. Yeah, I like Tennessee. Tennessee's playing. They went crazy this past week.
Yeah. Ohio State taking on Loyola Chicago. Zach, what do we? I don't know if I'm in love with either of these teams.
I'm not. The thing I lean towards is just EJ Liddell and Malachi Branham taking over, and it makes me want to go Ohio State.
Villanova taking on Delaware here. The Blue Hens. I think it's generous for Nova to get a 2.
It is. I think Tennessee
ahead of
should have got it.
Tennessee. Yeah,
Tennessee should have got the 2, Nova the 3, and then I might have thought about Longwood winning, but I do like Nova to get.
I like Nova here. Now it's Nova and Ohio State. And I like Nova.
Yeah, I like
over
Nova.
Ohio State.
Me too.
Tennessee and Colorado State. Zach, can we get our Rams going?
I think the Rams can get there.
David Roddy. People are going to learn that name.
Yes.
People in March are going to learn the name David Roddy, and they're going to fall in love with him.
They are. He's the Mountain West Player of the Year that not that many people really know about.
Yeah.
He's a matchup issue for anybody, and he'd be a matchup issue for Tennessee as well. They probably put Josiah Jordan James on him, but I still don't see an issue for David. I think he eats, and I think he leads them past Tennessee.
On a personal level, we love David Roddy on this show.
We do.
This
shirt right here,
signed by David Roddy. We had
signature.
Where's it? Here it is, right here. We had an interaction with David when we went to the Colorado State Utah State game. You can see it right there. There's David Roddy's signature.
Yeah, we just had a pen with us, but he signed with the pen. He's a really cool guy.
He's a really good guy. He's just a good guy. He talked with us a little bit. He was super chill.
Yeah.
And then interacting with them at the Colorado State team after the game. We were in a stadium full of Utah State fans and interacting with that team. They got some good guys there, man.
They do. We love this Colorado State team.
So there's some fandom in it, but we also think they got a good team. We could
do.
send it. We can get them going.
We can.
UAB taking on Illinois here, Zach, and I just don't think UAB can beat you guys.
No, I don't either. I think UAB is not. They're not going to be good enough to beat Illinois.
Arizona and TCU, Zach, and as I lean Arizona, but I think we could see a 9 beating a 1 right here.
So do we have it in us to go too crazy and go TCU, or you want to reel it back in with Arizona? I can go to TCU over Arizona.
I want to reel it in a little bit.
Go Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Arizona, this is a year of Arizona that has played. I mean, they've taken really no bad losses this year.
Yeah.
Even losing at Colorado is not a bad loss. So
Mhm.
I can get behind Arizona in a close one.
Yeah, I've cooled off a little bit on TCU after they got romped on Friday by Kansas.
Yep.
They wasn't really in that game. They were waxed and gave me a little bit of okay, this is TCU.
Yeah.
But we've seen Kansas lose them in their first matchup against TCU. Maybe it's a thing where teams struggle in that first game with TCU.
That's true.
We'll see. But now we got Arizona and Illinois. This is a rematch of a game we saw earlier this year, and it was a great basketball game.
It was great. And the one thing it did expose for the first time this season is Kofi could not hang with the bigs of Arizona, Coloco and Tubelis. He gave Kofi serious issues, and that's Illinois' big advantage against most teams. And it's what helps get Illinois the Sweet 16. I love Illinois, and I want to see them win this game badly. I don't see it, though.
No, I like Arizona.
I think they cause Kofi so much fits, and then if we're not sniping from the outside, we probably lose.
Villanova taking on Colorado State here. And I will say this. I could see it. I could legitimately see this. I don't love this Villanova team.
Let's do it.
Let's send it. Let's send it. Let's go all in.
Yes, we got it. You got to have a team you want, and we love Colorado State.
We are in love with this Colorado State team.
They're one of the best mid majors this year.
I just think we're a good team, and I think David Roddy's going to have his way in this game.
He could. He's also, I mean, I talked about him, nobody on Tennessee that could really go. Josiah, maybe. Villanova, I think it's guys that can maybe defend Roddy, but I don't know. I like Isaiah Stevens too.
Isaiah matches up with Colin. People talk about Colin Gillespie as the best point guard in the country. Isaiah Stevens is up there.
He's not far behind.
We said people are going to learn David Roddy's name. People are going to learn Isaiah Stevens' name in this.
Yes, especially if they make this run like we hope they do. They're going to know him.
So let's pick the Rams.
Let's
go with them. We got Arizona and Colorado State, and I think it ends.
It ends. Arizona probably exposes Colorado State's weakness on the interior.
Yeah,
with guys like Koloko and Tubelis.
So we got now a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 10. That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad here. And we got our Final Four set. Going to New Orleans will be Arizona, Miami, Texas Tech, and Kentucky. Let's start with our 1 versus 10 matchup with Arizona taking on Miami. And again, we're on to a new week here. I think things die down for Miami.
I think so too. I think the heroics that it takes them to get here, and I like Arizona. Their size, Benedict Mathurin, they're too much.
Kentucky and Texas Tech.
I think Texas Tech struggles to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what eventually is going to get them is their struggle. I think their defense can carry them to this point, but I think Kentucky can get by.
Kentucky, we got to see Coach Cal in the finals. I don't love that. I like this Kentucky team. I like the players on Kentucky. I don't love Coach Cal.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But here we go. We got Kentucky and Arizona as our finals on the Monday night in New Orleans, Louisiana. Who's cutting the nets down in the Superdome this year, Zach?
It's been 25 years since a Pac-12 team has won the chip.
They're doing it again?
I think they're due. I think it's time for a West Coast team to win it all, and I'm going to go Arizona.
The Conference of Champions has returned, as Bill Walton would say. And
Bill would be happy.
Arizona wins that. Give us a score here, Zach.
Let's go. I'll go 79, 76, maybe a buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater from Benedict. And they win it. That is it, guys. And we're going to hit submit.
Let's just enter these real fast, just for the fun of it.
All right, submit it.
Let's submit it.
And guys.
Actually, never mind.
Never mind.
Exit out of that.
Exit that.
There it is.
Hey, there we are, guys.
Arizona
wins the national championship. They're cutting it down. And that's it, guys. So that's what we're seeing for our bracket. And
yeah, and join our group for sure. Join
it.
And so we can see what you guys picked. This was fun to make.
This was so much fun, guys. I'm trying to get to our group page. Right here it is, right here. So like I said, it's public, guys. It's ZW Sports Nation is the group. Go look it up on the ESPN app, and you guys will be able to join us. And let's compete here. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
We're so thankful for you guys for riding along with us. We're gonna keep making some videos, but this will be we're gonna do a Sweet 16 video, like predictions from there.
Yeah, the second chance bracket.
The second chance bracket. But guys, thanks a lot from the bottom of my heart and from Zach's too. We appreciate you guys a lot. Keep riding with us. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, let us know your guys' Final Four picks, all that, and we'll look at it if you guys post it into our group channel or group thing. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you guys later.
All right. See you guys.